my dream job, I need work experience. I need to develop professional skills, also coaching and mentoring, some certifications and CV rewrite too. Internship opportunities would help me greatly.
Join Momentum. Everything you're looking for in one place. Licensed work tools, personalized career roadmap, work shadowing, weekly coaching calls, practical self-paced trainings, verifiable work reference, career workshops, mock interviews, CV rebranding, and LinkedIn profile optimization. This is the real deal. Why worry about shopping for your career needs when you can get everything and more in one place? Join Momentum is a career acceleration program that focuses on practical training and certifications, work shadowing and experience, coaching and mentoring, and personalized career roadmap. For more details on how to start, call +442 045 380 208 or book a discovery call with us on our website www.joinmomentum.co.uk. Follow us on Instagram at join_momentum UK.
Are you an expert in your field, or do you provide professional services and consultation? Do you have knowledge that someone would be willing to pay for? Do you know how to monetize that knowledge and turn it into a sustainable online business? You're not alone. Many professionals find it challenging to create a profitable online business around their expertise. But now, there's a solution. Subscribe to the Customer Skills Consultation app waitlist and download the Knowledge Monetization Toolkit packed with practical strategies and real-world examples that will help you monetize your skills, knowledge, and create a sustainable online income. Whether you're a coach, consultant, author, speaker, teacher, or any other type of expert, this ebook will give you the tools and guidance you need to succeed. Don't wait any longer to monetize your knowledge. Join our waitlist now and take the first step towards creating a sustainable online income. Visit www.cashmyskills.com.
Hello, my name is Victor Shonde. I'm the founder of Join Momentum. Join Momentum is a skills development and digital agency. Our focus is on developing and empowering individuals and partnering with businesses to scale. The Join Momentum Career Accelerator Program is a 6-month work experience program designed for career transitioners, job seekers, adult learners, graduates, or anyone looking to launch or transition to a career in digital technology. The 6-month program provides and focuses on digital work experience, confidence building, portfolio development, and of course, there are other things like CV branding, LinkedIn optimization that comes as part of the program. The reason why the Career Accelerator program is quite impactful is because anyone that joins the program essentially is applying to work with our team members within the organization at Join Momentum. You work with our designers, our developers, our researchers, our testers, our BAs, including myself, from a product development perspective. So what you're getting is deep experience and knowledge beyond certifications or training or whatever it is that people get. The exchange program has proven to be transformative for people who have come on the program because within the space of 3 months, we expect you to be interview ready, job ready, and we'll support you with one-on-one coaching, mock interviews. We have a huge portal called the Career Transformation Hub with so much resources and information to help you to, when you land the job, to make sure that you're not just getting the job, but you are able to thrive and excel in the job. On skills development, we have three offerings: the Career Accelerator Program, the Bootcamp, and we have self-paced training. Self-paced training allows anyone to log into our website, buy a course, take the training, and get the value from it. Our bootcamps are self-paced inclusive. However, we have instructor-led live training classes with expert coaches from all around the world. Our coaches work with global brands and they have deep expertise and experience in their areas of expertise or discipline. Our bootcamp lasts between 4 to 6 weeks to 8 weeks, depending on the discipline. So if you're looking at transitioning to become a business analyst, user researcher, scrum master, an agile coach, a cybersecurity expert, data analyst, and so on and so forth, why don't you check our website and see one of our bootcamps upcoming? So, are you willing to launch a career in technology, but you don't have confidence, you have no experience, you're not quite sure about your transferable skills, you have no maybe background training, or even if you have certification, you're not sure what those really translate to in the actual, in the practical sense of things? Or are you willing to increase your earning potential, your earning capacity? I'm talking you want to earn 5, 6, even 7 figures in places like Africa, but you're not sure how to go about it. Why don't you check out our Career Accelerator Program, right? And the good thing about it, even if you don't want the Career Accelerator Program, if it's maybe too expensive or you're looking at pricing, try one of our boot camps and you can upgrade to the Career Accelerator Program from there. I'm looking forward to see you there.
Good afternoon, and welcome to Joy Momentum's Launch and Learn. My name is Godfrey Ozechin is my name, and today I'm going to be talking about how to upscale your business using personal branding. So sit tight, get a cup of coffee, cup of tea, whatever it is that you want to get, and get a pen ready so you can pick 1 or 2 things that I believe is going to help you in making your business stand out and be what it's meant to be. Okay, so how to upscale your business using personal branding. All right, before we begin to talk about how to do that, we'll first of all talk about personal branding. What is personal branding? Now, personal branding, in my own words, it's the practice of people marketing themselves. What it means is, how do you market yourself as an individual, as a company, as a service providing organization? How do you market yourself? How do you bring yourself out to stand out from the crowd? How do you develop and maintain a reputation and image that distinguishes you from the rest of the people? So basically, whatever you do that makes you stand out from the crowd, whatever you do that makes you stand out from the public, whatever you do that puts you in the minds of people, that make them want to remember you whenever a question is asked, is referred to as your personal brand. So it involves, analyzing your strengths, checking what your weaknesses are, and looking for ways to, harness other people's strength and setting goals and start pursuing things that will make you stand out. Remember, the idea is how to stand out from the crowd. We are in a world today where there is so much noise everywhere. Everybody is blasting one sound or the other. And the truth is, in the ears of the end users, in the ears of the consumers, in the ears of the customers out there, we are all saying the same thing. So everybody wakes up in the morning, there's so much noise everywhere from every aspect. There's noise coming, people want to sell, people want to get you understand, and everyone is hearing the same thing. But the question is, how do you stand out? How do you make sure that when your picture shows up, when your own voice comes out, It is not the same thing every other person hears, but something different that makes people want to remember you, that makes you want to be the go-to person, that makes you want to be the preferred choice in your line of business and in what you do. So it involves creating and managing a consistent presence where you express your unique personality and your values, where you are able to show people what you are bringing in that is different from what every other person is doing. For instance, somebody once said, and I believe that's true to a point, that there is no aspect of human endeavor as at today that does not have something in that area. So whatever area of service, whatever area of products, whatever area of, anything that needs doing that has to do with, interfacing with humans and solving their problems, almost every aspect of it has been taken care of by either one service trading organization, either by one company, either by one brand or something. Now, the question is, what is that thing that will make you different? What are you bringing that every other person is not bringing? So as we go on with, the presentation this afternoon, I believe that we're going to be able to pick one or two things that will help our personal businesses and our organizations to stand out and to make a mark. Remember, the idea is how to upscale. Remember, the idea is how to make you the preferred go-to person in your line of business. Okay. Now, if you look at the next slide here, I wrote something there. Say, we know who these guys are, even when they are not saying anything. So if you look at the slide there, you're going to see a couple of, logos and symbols that have over time, we have over time associated them with certain things. So when you see those logos, you no longer need to ask a question, who are these? What are they doing? The reason is they've been able to make a brand for themselves. They've been able to carve a niche for themselves. They've been able to make a name for themselves. So for every of these guys listed here in the area, mention 1, 2, 3 names, you must have mentioned them. The reason is they have been able to carve a niche for themselves. They've been able to make a name for themselves. For instance, if you see the first one on the extreme left there, up there, it's the Mercedes-Benz logo. And anyone who appreciates quality in vehicles, quality in car, knows that the Mercedes-Benz brand is a brand that is on its own. Meaning something, somebody once said some time ago, he said that the Mercedes-Benz you bought side by side with maybe a Japanese car or whatever, he said the Mercedes-Benz is going to be there and see the third generation of the other car that you bought. What is that? That's a statement of durability. That's a statement of endurance, meaning that into the Mercedes has been built capacity and tenacity to withstand things and time. So over time, because of what they have done to themselves and done to their product, they are now standing out as a reputable brand that has to do with vehicle making. Now, on the other extreme, which on the right, you see the double arrow symbol there, which is the Rolls Royce. It's a symbol of class. For those who are into classy things, when you see the Rolls Royce, you're not talking about the normal level anymore. You're talking about the bourgeois and the rest of the thing. They have over time made a name for themselves in excellence and in top quality. So when you talk about a Rolls Royce, you're not talking about a joking thing. So now these are examples of brand. Now you look there, you're also going to see, the Coca-Cola product that I have last ever. You're going to see the Microsoft. You see Joint Momentum also has to do with the digital world and sort of thing. There's KFC there as well, has to do with the food world and the rest of the thing. When you see such logos, nobody needs to ask, who are these? What are they doing? They have over time impressed themselves both in the minds of people, both in the psyche of people. They have put themselves out there in the world. They have been able to cross their T's and dot their I's in the marketplace over the years. And everyone has come to, most of them now, they are household names. So basically, what a personal brand does for you is that it brings you to the point where you become a household name. That when they want to mention things in your field of endeavor, before they mention 1, 2, 3, they have mentioned you. Not because you are the only one doing something there, but because you have been able to stand out as a result of the things that we're going to be sharing in the next few slides. So this is what personal branding is all about. What is your brand? What are you bringing to the table? What makes you different from every other person? Remember what we said earlier, that almost every endeavor in life has somebody doing something there. Are you just going to be another face out there? Do you just want to be another company out there, another service rendering organization out there that is just doing something for the sake of doing something? Or do you want to be the go-to person? Or do you want to be the go-to organization? Or do you want to be the organization that when they think about quality in this area, you think about this? For instance, you can see the Puma logo there. When you think about sports facilities, sports equipment, sports accessories, you think of companies like Puma. You think of companies like Adidas. You think of companies like Nike. Not because they are the only ones there, but because they've been able to stand out over time, making some of the things. So in the next few slides, I'm going to show us some of the things that some of these companies have done, which I believe that if we as organizations, as service rendering outfit and the rest of the things, companies and the rest of it begin to do, we'll be able to stand out. If we begin to inculcate those things, we'll be able to stand out. Okay, so that takes me to the next slide. The next slide talks about the steps that we can now take in upscaling. The steps that you can now take to upscale your brand, to upscale your business, to upscale your organization. And what is the first step there? The first step there is identifying your brand. What does it mean to identify your brand? Take some time to think about what makes your business unique. Take some time to think about how you want to be perceived. Questions such as, what do I stand for? What do I want to be known for? What is my unique value? What is my, what am I bringing to the table, as some of us will say? What is that thing that I want to do that will make me different from others? And like I have said somewhere else in another publication, I talked about, utilizing comparative analysis. And what does it mean? Comparative analysis is something you do as a company, as an individual, as a group or whatever that you do to check in the field of endeavor where you want to play, in the sector where you want to make a mark. There are people who are already there doing stuff before. Now, for you to be able to make a mark, one of the things that comparative analysis helps you to do is that it helps you to begin to check who and who are doing what in my sector already. What is it that they are already doing? What are they not doing right? What are they omitting? What are they ignoring? Are you getting these things? Now, when you are able to identify the things that they are doing right, the things they are not doing right, the things they are ignoring, and the things that they are omitting, when you now take a closer look at these things and now work on those things, it could be in the area of pricing, it could be in the area of the strategy for distribution, it could be in the area of feedback as it has to do with pastoral needs of clients and the rest of the thing. How do you respond to the reviews that people give when they have interface with your products or with your services? So these could be the areas where they are doing something and maybe they're not doing something. You leverage on that information and begin to make yourself stand out. So it's not enough to want to do something. The question is, what is it that others have been doing in this area that I want to improve on? When you now begin to do that, when you now begin to think about that, it makes you stand out from the crowd. It makes you stand out from the normal things, the normal service they not do. You begin to meet a need. The moment that becomes your place, something is going to happen. You become the go-to person. Everyone begins to want to respond. They know that as it has to do with review, when people give review, when people send complaints about it, they respond. They do this is an after service thing that they do. Okay, after they render service to you, they go the extra mile to also do this for you. When people begin to know that, they want to go out of their way to look for you. Okay. The next slide will now bring us to the next point, which is establishing your voice. What does it mean to establish your voice? Once you have identified your brand, it is time to establish your voice. How do you establish your voice? Your voice should be consistent across all of your messaging, meaning something, there must be something that you are saying, there must be something that you are putting out there, there must be something that you are talking to the people about. Messages must be going out from you on a regular basis. People must hear from you. People should be, you are the only one that knows what you are doing. The world doesn't know. I once heard about something that was said in CNN. I think it was an advert they made or something. They were trying to invite prospects for adverts. They were trying to lure companies and the rest of the things, organizations all over the world to come and advertise in CNN. And they made a statement. They said something. They said, if you have not advertised in CNN, you are like someone who is blinking in the dark. So I heard that thing, and he made a mark with me. And what was that? Somebody who is blinking in the dark. You could be giving all manner of signs, doing all manner of things, but nobody knows what you're doing because you are in the dark. So CNN says, if you have not advertised with us, if your product has not come on CNN, if they have not heard your voice on CNN, so you are blinking in the dark, nobody knows about what you're doing anywhere in the world. So establish your voice. Look for the channels of publication. Look for the channels of amplifying your voice. Let the people know what you are doing. You are the only one that knows what you are bringing to the table. Sell it out to the world. Let the people know. That's your personal identity. You are very sure of what you are bringing to the table. Sell it, communicate it. Because communication is key in upscaling. People don't know what you are doing until you tell them what you are doing. And sometimes they don't even care about what you know until you show that you care. And part of showing that you care is by what you say as you begin to communicate what you are doing. So the second point there, the thing there is establish your voice. Establish your voice. Let the people hear you from every available channel. Create blogs in your website, have videos, have things in social media, have people talking about it. If it means getting your workers at every point in time, let them make a video about what is going on in the company. Let them hear from you. For until people begin to hear from you, they will not start listening to you. So put your voice out there. The more people hear from you, the more they will want to hear from you. Okay, so that brings me to the next point, which is developing your content strategy. What does it mean to develop a content strategy? Okay, before that, I would want to say one of the points before developing your content strategy is creating an online presence. It's closely connected with what I just said last, which is establishing your voice. Creating an online presence has to do with establishing yourselves on social media, on every available channel that is out there. We all know today that the world is a global village, so you can be where you are and you can interface with any part of the world. The things you want to see. Now, we are no longer in the realm of someone having an office somewhere and expecting everybody to show up in the office there. No, you can have a virtual office online where people can even send correspondence to, and then it's channeled to you. Your office can even be in your house, but establish an online presence, create an online presence. What is it about that? There should be something about create a web, create blogs, let your accounts be everywhere, on Twitter, on Instagram, on LinkedIn, the places where the people who you want to reach out to, the places where they spend their time, you should be there. Yeah. Know what your target audience is. If it's the youth, if it's the old, whatever your target audience, there's somewhere you are going to meet them. They might not come to you, you meet them where you want to meet them, because every age bracket, every market group, every group of clients or clusters, there's a place where you can meet them. You don't expect to meet them where you meet others. So you must have researched and you need to understand where are you going to meet the people who are meant to be the client, the people you want to serve, the people you want to supply to, the people you want to render your services to. There's a place where you meet them. So when you know where to meet them, create content, create things that focus on them and meet them where they are. So in creating an online presence, be visible on social media. Be visible on Facebook, be visible on Twitter, be visible on Instagram, be visible on LinkedIn. Create ads, create podcasts, create things and put it out there. Put it to the point where it pops up. Create both, what's it called? Create generic adverts. Create both organic and inorganic things on Facebook. Let there be pay for publications actually. pay for spreads and the rest of the thing that people in a particular location, you can target an audience and spread your message in that direction. The truth is, when you keep yourself in front of people long enough, they begin to notice you. They don't need to like you. They don't need to, just make sure that you are creating a consistent online presence. Make sure there's a message that you are putting out there for them to see. Make sure there is something that you are doing that resonates with what they want to do, what they want to hear, that resonates with what the people want to see. As long as you keep yourself in front of them online, every time they put on their system, you are there. They put on their phones, you are there. They're on Instagram, you are there. They're on Facebook, you are there. Create an online presence. And as you do that, find someone, if it means hiring a hand or whatever, put somebody online that's going to respond to things. When people make inquiry, because after you have been before people for a while, one of the things they want to do is that they want to check you out. They want to try you out. They want to check, okay, this guy that I've always been here, this advert I've always been seeing, let me check them out and see what they have to do. And then they send a message. They make an inquiry. And one of the areas where we make mistakes in businesses is that there is nobody there to respond. So someone sends an email, and after 7 to 10 days, no one has responded. The people move on to something else. But when you have somebody who mans your social media, who mans your media outfit, create a chatbot where frequently asked questions can be answered on the spot. Whether it's at day, night, midnight, anytime, create a chatbot. Have an online prayer, have dedicated channels where you interface with your people. Because somebody can just, in the middle of the night, just wake up, I've always seen this advert, this guy's already from, let me just ask a question and see what comes up. And they ask a question, and there's no one to answer. After a while, they forget, and they move on to something else. But when you are there to engage them, when you are there to sit with them, when you are there to ask them, whatever question they have, there's somebody there to answer, or the chatbot is there to respond to it, it makes it easier. With that, you are guaranteed traffic. With that, you are guaranteed responses. With that, you are guaranteed patronage.
Star feature on this episode: Stanley Chiemela Ehimere. His work experience spans a few industries back home in Nigeria. He started out at a mailing company, working as a credit officer. His task was basically debt recovery. From there, he proceeded to Unity Bank, where he worked as an e-business product officer at the regional office, helping to resolve issues relating to debit card and Western Union transactions. After that, he moved on to Burger Paint Nigeria PLC, where he worked as a sales executive. At Burger Paint, his task on reduction of redundant stock produced a 4.5% monthly reduction in the third quarter of that year. He left Burger Paint to try out something of his own by creating and managing his own business from 2015 up until his relocation to the United Kingdom. Join Momentum has been like home to him since his wife encouraged him to join the program. It is the first company to afford him the opportunity to work on live projects while working remotely. Apart from the accelerated training and coaching calls, Join Momentum has made sure he has a dedicated mentor who holds him by the hand while he walks the thorny path of skills acquisition. This is a place where leaders, even the CEO, can be reached at any time of the day, and he gives a listening ear to whatever one has to say. The coaches too are well-seasoned professionals who will spare nothing at making sure you get the best out of your learning. For him, joining Join Momentum is one of the high points of his career development. It has given him the confidence he needs to take on not just interviews, but projects of any form or shape. This is because coaching is done proactively based on the tools used in the business environment. Projects worked on at Join Momentum is Cash My Skills and ingenious. His advice to anyone considering joining Momentum: it is a springboard to greater things. You will be working in an environment where every question is considered valid. From day one, you are placed on live projects, which in turn boosts one's confidence. For him, you can never go wrong if you commit some time to developing yourself, and dare I say, there is no better place. Looking at the educational sector in the United Kingdom, he would like to develop an application for home tutoring or coaching. This application will have options for everyone. By options, this includes people's orientation. For example, those that belong to the LGBTQ community and those that do not, and generally given options to suit your specific needs. His major life experience was starting his own business from scratch. The journey of entrepreneurship taught him the value of perseverance, innovation, and adaptability. Overcoming numerous obstacles and embracing calculated risks, he witnessed firsthand the transformative power of turning passion into a thriving venture. This experience not only shaped his professional growth, but also instilled in him a deep sense of empowerment, resilience, and the unwavering belief that with determination, anything is possible. His hobbies are reading, and he mostly reads books on personal development and religion. He likes biking, traveling, and watching football.
So now I'm going to be moving over to the next slide, and it's about developing your content strategy. Now, what is it about developing your content strategy? Content is key to building a personal brand. What are you talking about? In the area of your business, are you doing research in that area to show people something beyond what they see? So you are bringing a product to them. You're not just showing them the use of the product. You are showing them the benefits. People want to know how things benefit them. People want to know, beyond just patronizing your company or your service or whatever, what other benefit do they stand to get? Are there other after-sales services? Are there other things that you are bringing to them and as it has to do with your content? So create content strategy. Think beyond the box. Think outside the local market. Think about what the people need now. Think about what they're going to need later. As you begin to think strategically, one of the things that happens is that before the people move to the next thing, you have moved there ahead of them and you are creating answers to the questions that they are not asking yet. So that by the time they are asking those questions, you already have the answers. That is how it is. So here, using Apple as an example, Apple creates a laptop, gives you access to things and the rest of them. And then when you are thinking about, carrying this about, it's going to be quite, tedious. Oh, how I wish I could get something, more mobile that could do the same job that the Apple system is doing. Before you start thinking about that, they came up with the iPad, they came up with the iPhone and the rest of the things. So they are thinking ahead of you and they are developing content to answer the questions that you are about to ask. That is one of the ways to make a mark for yourself. So you might not like Apple, but they are answering your questions. So you have no choice but to be with them. You might not love them as it were, but somehow they are meeting your needs. And because they are meeting your needs, they have become the go-to people. So you go to a device shop, you want to get an electronic gadget, the first thing you are looking for is Apple. After that, you're looking for the next one, it could be Samsung, whatever. But why are you not just picking any other brand you see there? It's because these guys have been able to stand out over time. They've been able to make a mark for themselves. They are putting themselves before you, and you don't have a choice. So when you develop a proper personal brand, and people have come to fall in love with the brand and the things you put before them, you become the go-to person. And when you become the go-to person, the traffic is in your direction. And when traffic is in your direction, profit is in your direction. When profit is in your direction, you are upscaling, and that's what it is. Before you know it, you become a household name. So it might not even be that you are the most expensive, because you could cut price and then increase your turnover. It doesn't have to be with maybe you are the most flashy. You could leave the flashiness and hold on to durability and hold on to some of the ruggedity and some of those things. And people know that, I trust this brand as it has to do with this. So that is that about developing content strategy. The next point I want to talk about is network. Networking is an important aspect of building your personal brand. What does it mean to network? Connect with people. Connect with people. People in your industry. Attend events. Join online communities. Join business communities. There are people who are doing what you are doing already. The way to beat them is to know what they do and what they don't do. Networking is key. Networking is key. Networking is key. If you are going to be able to, make impact, one of the major things you must not fail in your business is networking. I read a book some years ago that talked about other people's items. I can't remember the author of that book now, but it talked about other people's money. It talked about other people's ideas. It talked about other people's time. What is it? There is something I can do better than you. There is something you can do better than me. It's going to be, an effort in futility to spend all your hours trying to do what I can do that you cannot do. Meanwhile, simple networking would have been able to solve that for us. So what does it mean? In business, if you want to upscale, if you are going to make mark, if you're going to make progress, if you're going to be able to touch the things you need to touch, you must understand the power of synergy. What 2 men will do in 10 days, if 5 men do it, they're going to get it done in lesser amount of days. What it will take 1 man 100 days to do, if 10 men get it done, they will get it done in a few amount of time. With lesser resources and the rest of the things, lesser time, and because one of the things you need to understand now is in today's world, time is of essence. So why spend your time trying to learn everything so that you can be the one doing it? Why don't you harness other people's ideas, harness other people's talents, harness other people's network, other people's time? There are things I see that you can't see. There are things you see that I can't see. If we're going to be able to garner speed and be able to meet up with the trend, and as it has to do with catching up with today's world, you must be able to network. Network people in your industry, network people outside your industry. Know what is going on in different places. You must have eyes out there and ears on the ground. That is how to network. So connect, do what needs doing to win the other people to your side, to see what they are not seeing. Attend conferences, attend trainings, synergize, connect with people in your field and see what they are doing that you are not doing. And as you begin to do that, your network begins to expand, your recommendation begins to expand, you begin to become visible out there for others to see. The next slide brings us to promoting your brand. What does it mean to promote your brand? If you are going to upscale, if you are going to make a mark, you must promote your brand by leveraging on your networks. Create content that showcases your brand. Have a list of things. Go on social media, create campaigns, do promotional gift items, target locations, and every area where they need what you are producing or the service that you are rendering. Make sure you have an audience in that place. Make sure you are visible in that place. Create campaigns both on social media, physical campaigns, the rest of the thing. There must be something going out from you as it has to do with promoting your brand. Nobody will shout your shout if you don't shout it. Somebody once said that the owner of a cry must raise the cry before others will join them to cry. It's like somebody who lost somebody at home. You don't expect others to come and mourn with you when you have not started mourning. So the idea is, if you're going to promote your brand, you must be your number one cheerleader. You must be your number one song singer. You must be your number one, support, your number one fan. Carry it on your head. If you're not excited about what you are doing, nobody's going to be excited about it. For instance, I belong to the group Join Momentum. If we don't promote our brand, nobody's going to promote it for us. So what do? We put it up everywhere on our pages, on our spaces, on our handles, everywhere we are, we put it up. What is the idea? After a while, people begin to ask questions. What is it about Join Momentum? What is it about this group? What is it about this product? What's it about? Why is everybody talking about it? Because people want to be where things are happening. No one wants to be in the dark. If you throw a pity party, you attend it alone. No one wants to be there. Everyone involves putting a shout out there. Find promotional gifts from time to time. Encourage your client base. Get some buy one, get two things. Buy two, get one free, and the rest of the thing. Look for things. Give promo from time to time. Announce it. Let people know that something is happening here. Promote it. Give discounts. Reward loyalty and some of those things. As you begin to do it, people begin to have you in mind. The more you promote your brand through promotional gift items in target locations, some of those things, social media campaigns, and the rest of the thing, you begin to generate traffic for yourself. You begin to generate traffic for yourself, because the key to upscale in business is turnover. The more people who know you, the more people who hear you, the more people who interface with you, the more people who have something to do with you, the more your business begins to thrive. If you are out there and no one knows what you are doing, you are the only one that knows what you are doing, I'm sure after a while you're going to be out of business. Who you know and who knows you is so key and so important in business. Talking about promoting your brand, raise your profile, raise it. Don't be a brilliant and anonymous person. Don't be a business that has, content and nobody knows about it. Raise your profile, sound your alarm. Do it the way that the fever that you are spreading doesn't just catch you, it catches others as well. Remember, if you are not excited about what you are doing, no one will be excited about it. So that is it about promoting your brand. And finally, I will now talk about measure your results. Now, when we say measure your results, what do we mean? It means look back and see what you are doing. Because if you don't look back to see what you are doing, you'll not be able to tell if there is success or not. What are some of the targets you give to yourself at the beginning? Did you say in 6 months' time, we want to be able to have measured up to this point, in 1 year time this? So go back, look at what you have been able to cover. Check the amount of traffic that is going on in your website. Check the responses to your blogs. Check your social media accounts and see the level of engagement that is going on there. Are people reviewing? Those who have had interactions with your services, are they saying something? And what is it that they are saying? Are you answering the questions that they have been asking? So when we talk about measuring your results, you check. So far, people have asked also X number of questions in the first 3 months. We have been able to upscale based on that. We adjusted this service, we adjusted this area of service, and we have been able to do this and this and that. So check your results. Monitor your website, check the blogs. What are people saying about your company? What are they saying about the services you are rendering? And if there are problems that they are highlighting and identifying, what have you done to solve those problems? Because one of the areas people want to know about a business or a self-serving organization, they want to know the questions that people asked 3 months ago. Has the company done anything about it? So if you are bold to say, yes, in the first 3 months of our services, this was this and this and this was the review of our clients. Now we've been able to address this XYZ by doing ABC. By so doing, you are measuring your result and you are able to make impact. Another way of measuring your result is check the areas of reach. Where have you been able to cover? Use things like, Google Analytics. Use things like, the website traffic. How many likes do you have for your post? How many responses do you have? As you begin to check that, you can tell to an extent if your presence is being noticed. So one thing for a business is the number of persons that interact with you in the different channels that you have is a signal to the kind of activity that is going on in the company. And it is also a pointer to the amount of transactions and business that is playing out there. Okay. Finally, in summary, I want to now say this. Just a few things. Focus. Focus. What does it mean to focus? Focus on your business. Focus on that which you are doing. Take your time to engage in the things you said you were going to do. The promises you promised that you are going to keep at the beginning. Are you keeping those promises? Don't try to do every other thing else. Do what you said you were going to do. People are not going to hold you for promises you did not make. They're going to hold you for the promises that you made. So what are the promises that you made? What did you promise people that you were going to do? Say, oh, in this, we're going to achieve this. Are you doing those things? Those are the things that are going to hold you back. And when you focus on it and you are able to meet those needs that you promise people that you're going to meet, then things begin to work out for you. The next day is network. We've talked about networking already, so we don't need to overflow that. Networking is key to making impact in business. The next one is then take initiative. Demonstrate your willingness when people say you didn't do this. Go ahead and do that which they said you need to do. When people say, we expect this should happen in this company, go ahead and do that which they ask that you are not in business. So what does it mean? Take initiative, demonstrate your willingness to take additional tasks and responsibility. Remember, you are in business. And the next one there is be proactive. Learn how to go ahead of time. Like I said in one of the slides, think ahead of what the people are going to be needing. Answer the questions before they will ask the questions. Meet the needs before the need becomes a need for them. So when they know that you're already answering the questions that they want to ask by next week, you become the go-to person. They know that you are thinking ahead, and this involves a lot of research. Be proactive. Take a lot of initiative. Go ahead of the things. How do you do that? By being aware of the trends. Don't just be there and do whatever you want to do. It takes me to the next point, which is the last point, which is stay current. And what does it mean? Keep abreast with information. Know what the latest trend is. In your line of business, in your line of service rendering, be abreast with the latest trend. Know what the people need. Know what the industry is requiring from people at the moment and begin to apply them to your service. Know if you are in the area of food, what is the trending menu? If you're in the area of fashion, what's the trending fashion? If you're in the area of automobile or electronics and that sort of thing, what is it? What's the device? What is it that people are looking up to? What's the next most important? What's the next trending thing? And you can't do that without engaging online and without networking. So you see that every of these points, they interface with each other and they overlap on each other. No one stands entirely on its own. So for you to be able to upscale your business and make a mark in the world of today, if you can put these two things together, put these few points together, I'm sure you'll be able to make a mark and then your business will stand out in this season. Thank you very much. That's the end of the presentation. We are open to responses, questions, reviews, whatever it is in the areas we have touched and the areas we did not touch. You have anything, just, chat us up in any of the channels you have listed down there and we'll be glad to respond. Thank you very much. One more time, my name is Godfrey Uzechine, and this presentation is on how to upscale your business using personal branding. Thank you.
The Joy Momentum Career Accelerator Program is a 6 months work experience program designed for career transitioners, job seekers, adult learners, graduates, or anyone looking to launch or transition to a career in digital technology. The 6 months program provides and focuses on digital work experience, confidence building, portfolio development, and of course, there are other things like CV branding, LinkedIn optimization that comes as part of the program. The reason why the Career Accelerator program is quite impactful is because anyone that joins the program essentially is applying to work with our team members within the organization at Joy Momentum. You work with our designers, our developers, our researchers, our testers, our BAs, including myself, from a product development perspective. So what you're getting is deep experience and knowledge beyond certifications or training or whatever it is that people get. The exchange program has proven to be transformative for people who have come on the program because within the space of 3 months, we expect you to be interview ready, job ready, and we'll support you with one-on-one coaching, mock interviews. We have a huge portal called the Career Transformation Hub with so much resources and information to help you to, when you land the job, to make sure that you're not just getting the job, but you are able to thrive and excel in the job.
Are you an expert in your field, or do you provide professional services and consultation? Do you have knowledge that someone would be willing to pay for? Do you know how to monetize that knowledge and turn it into a sustainable online business? You're not alone. Many professionals find it challenging to create a profitable online business around their expertise. But now, there's a solution. Subscribe to the Customer Skills Consultation app waitlist and download the Knowledge Monetization Toolkit packed with practical strategies and real-world examples that will help you monetize your skills, knowledge, and create a sustainable online income. Whether you're a coach, consultant, author, speaker, teacher, or any other type of expert, this ebook will give you the tools and guidance you need to succeed. Don't wait any longer to monetize your knowledge. Join our waitlist now and take the first step towards creating a sustainable online income. Visit www.cashmyskills.com.
To get my dream job, I need work experience. I need to develop professional skills, also coaching and mentoring, some certifications and CV rewrite too. Internship opportunities would help me greatly.
Join Momentum. Everything you're looking for in one place. Licensed work tools, personalized career roadmap, work shadowing, weekly coaching calls, practical self-paced trainings, verifiable work reference, career workshops, mock interviews, CV rebranding, and LinkedIn profile optimization. This is the real deal. Why worry about shopping for your career needs when you can get everything and more in one place? Join Momentum is a career acceleration program that focuses on practical training and certifications, work shadowing and experience, coaching and mentoring, and personalized career roadmap. For more details on how to start, call +442 045 380 208 or book a discovery call with us on our website www.joinmomentum.co.uk. Follow us on Instagram at join_momentum UK.